Okay, so we're going to pick up what's right in front of us, and then we're going to take a step forward. And if... Well, actually, what we're going to do is, if... to the left of us there's a data cube, or inclusive or right over there's a data cube. I'll show you. I figured out a hack last time, which was also to make this if statement check if there's a data cube being stood on, and then to still try to drop the data cube onto it to kind of overload this if statement, because all that happens is the person throws an exception, but it doesn't screw up the solution. Perhaps later this will be important, like you'll have to do like exception-free handling or something, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be something. But until that point, yeah, it's possible to use that throwing of an exception to say, oh, well, just try to drop it anyway, because the reason that I would put that here is because it would put two if statements into one, where one of the if statements is, is there a block on either side of you, and the other if statement is there just a block right here, which would mean that you're on the line. Any of those things would mean that you're on the line, and you should start walking down it, because what we need to do is fill in these lines. If you have an empty space there, you're both on the line and finished. So we'll just go ahead and add another or. And we'll say data cube. It's counterintuitive. It seems like, yeah, but we don't want to drop it if it's there. Yeah, but the character will handle it. These guys all have their own identities, but they don't have any personality. They just follow their instructions. Okay, so if any of these things we're going to drop because of the one of the possible cases that we already mentioned was that the square that the person's standing on could be empty, and either of the squares next to them could have a block. Yeah, either squares next to them could have a block, and so we should drop it because we're in line there. So let's go ahead and yeah, we try to drop it, and then if the exception is thrown, well, if we drop it, our character is done with their mission, or the person is done with their mission, and so we can kind of ignore their existence because there's just enough blocks to fill the holes. There's 6 holes and 6 blocks. So we can just ignore what happens after the human drops it. But if they haven't dropped it, this would have thrown an exception, but the human will continue on down in the program. And so what we want to do is step to the side. So we're going